Hey there, story lovers. Welcome to the Storytelling Podcast, your cozy corner for captivating tales. I'm your host, Alejandra, and today I'm telling you an original story of mine for the Storytelling Podcast. This episode will be an immersive one, so make sure you listen with your headphones for a better ambience. But before we start, I would like you to ask for your support and click on the follow or subscribe button if you're hearing this episode on YouTube or any podcast platform. I would really appreciate that, and thank you for the lovely reviews you have been leaving on the podcast. It means the world to me. This episode is called The Collector's Curse. At an old state sale, a British antique collector stumbled across a stunning music box. Its intricate design caught his eye, so he bought it home, having no clue about the secrets hidden inside. He wound the box, and the haunting melody echoed through his home. That single action unleashed a series of strange and unsettling events. Each note seemed to thrum with some hidden force, stirring up the atmosphere. Shadows twisted, objects shifted, and a weird presence pressed in on the room. The collector realized fast this was no ordinary antique. The music box acted like a conduit for something much darker. The collector had a sharp eye and a relentless drive for unique treasures. He didn't just love objects, he respected their rarity and quality. Honestly, his fascination ran deep. He saw every rare antique as a key to a forgotten past. Our collector was quietly confident, the type who didn't need to brag. His knowledge of antiques set him apart from the crowd. He could spot details others missed, and his patience was legendary. Sometimes he'd drive for hours just for a single piece. That dedication made him respected among fellow collectors. Still, his obsessions sometimes left him isolated. Friends couldn't always relate to his tunnel vision. He wanted to preserve history. The thrill of discovering kept him going. He believed rare antiques held history aching to be told. Nabbing something unique gave him a real sense of achievement, a status among collectors. The rarer the piece, the stronger the urge to make it his. That hunger never really went away. He picked antiques based on rarity and quality. Rare pieces gave him a rush. They were hard to find, and that made them irresistible to him. He looked for craftsmanship that spoke of another era. Before every purchase, he did meticulous research to make sure he was getting the best. Auctions and state sales became his playground. He thrived on the competition, sometimes outbidding others just to secure something special. Each acquisition felt like another chapter in his history, deepening to commitment to preserving the past. The state sale buzzed with eager collectors and antique fans. Every item had a story, but one piece, the ornate music box, stood out. He could feel the excitement as the auction began. People eyed the music box, whispering about its history and value. The music box sat in a grand living room among dust covered furniture. Its carvings and glossy finish made it impossible to ignore. The auctioneer explained the state's background. The previous owner was an esteemed musician who collected rare treasures. Rumor had it that the music box played magical melodies. Some said it brought joy, others whispered about hidden secrets. The bidding started, and the mood shifted. Several collectors, both seasoned and new, wanted the box. The competition got fierce. Battles went up, the price climbed, and the tension in the room thickened. A well known dealer showed real interest, but a newcomer seemed just as determined. Their rivalry electrified the room. People whispered about the bog's mysterious past as the bids kept rising. As bidding reached its peak, most dropped out. Only the dealer and the newcomer remained. The dealer made what he thought was the winning bid, but the newcomer went higher. Silence fell as the newcomer claimed the music box. He left with the box, unaware of the darkness he'd just invited into his life. The newcomer first noticed that the music box sitting alone on a dusty table. Its presence pulled him in, almost like it wanted to be found. The box felt heavy, solid, definitely not a cheap trinket. Its surface has scratches, but that just gave it character. The key would smoothly through a bit worn from use. It almost felt alive at his hands, as if it had stories to share. That connection hit him the moment he picked it up. He couldn't shake it off, no matter how hard he tried. Craftsmanship blew him away. Delicate floral patterns covered the exterior, carved with real skill. The wood's rich, dark finish gleamed under the light. Inside, tiny mirrors and velvet lining added a touch of elegance. He found a label under the lid that hinted all its origins, that just made him more curious about its past. Every detail spoke of care and artistry. He knew he'd found something special before he even wound it up. The music box backstory is as intriguing as its design. Learning about its origins and past owners only deepened the mystery. He dated the music box to the late 19th century. A famous artisan crafted it, known for the limited edition music boxes. Each piece was made with painstaking attention to detail. That made them so rare and highly sought after. State sale documents showed it was a part of a bigger collection, full of rare antiques from across Europe. The design suggested it was probably commissioned by someone really wealthy. That only added to its mystique. One famous owner was Lady Agatha Hawthorne, a socialite who loved extravagant parties. She often played the haunting melody for her guests. The music box became a centerpiece in her home. After she died, it changed hands several times, and each new owner reported odd happenings. Strange sounds, flickering lights became part of its legends. People in town whispered about its reputation. When he wound the music box for the first time, a strange beauty filled the house. The melody was enchanting, but it brought him a wave of odd events. The tune was delicate and intricate, each note flowing into the next. It felt almost like it belonged to another era. The melody was rich with emotion, almost too much to bear. As the notes drifted through the air, something in the room seemed to shift. Candle flames flickered, even though there was no breeze. Shadows moved along the walls, and the music felt almost alive. It was as if the box wanted to share a story from the past, begging to be heard. The collector found himself captivated. Each note stirred up feelings he hadn't felt in years: joy, nostalgia, and a creeping unease. But after a few replays, anxiety crept in. The strange happenings made him question what he'd brought home. Was this just an antique? Or were there something more? That mix of wonder and dread marked the start of this bizarre journey with the music box. Every time he wound the music box, the mood in his home darkened. What started as a small disturbances quickly escalated. The house seemed to change, mirroring the curse attached to the music box. He first heard odd sounds, whispers in empty rooms, and footsteps when nobody was there. Items began to move around, leaving him unsettled. Keys and books vanished, only to turn up days later in odd places. Temperature in some rooms dropped without warning. All these incidents made him question the music box's origin. There was something off, and he felt it in his bones. The hauntings ramped up. Lights flickered in sync with the melody, and shadows darted along the walls. His sleep grew restless. Night after night, he dreamed of a dark figure beckoning him closer, always tied somehow to the music box. The curse didn't just haunt him, it changed the house. Cracks appeared on the walls, pulsating with a weird energy. Paint peeled off as if the house itself was suffering. In any room where the music box played, the air turned foul and plants withered away. He felt trapped, his peace and sanity slipping away with every note. Determined to get answers, the collector dove into research. He reached out to experts and dug through historical archives. His search revealed patterns and stories that echoed his own experiences. The mystery of the music box only deepened as he uncovered more. The collector reached out to antique experts and historians, hoping to dig up more than the music box origins. He pops into local museums and spends hours sifting through dusty archives. Some antiques just have stories too big to be told. When he chats with specialists, they share theories about past owners and strange events linked to the music box. Apparently, a few experts have seen similar artifacts spark odd disturbances. That idea sticks with him. Maybe the box really does carry some weird energy. He jots down every detail names, dates, and anecdotes. The stories pile up, giving him plenty to chew on for the next steps. He starts noticing a pattern as he documents the strange happenings after the music box plays. The weirdness ramps up every time he winds it. He keeps a journal, recording every creak, chill, and flicker of movement. Some incidents barely register, but others leave him rattled. After a while, he realized certain times and dates seem to trigger the hauntings. That makes him extra cautious about when to play the box. This awareness nudges him to connect the box with events from his research. There's a nagging feeling that something darker ties it all together. He tries all sorts of ways to break whatever curse clings to the music box. Traditional rituals, modern techniques. He's willing to try anything to chase away the unsettling energy. Each attempt brings its own surprises. He starts with local folklore, asking about odd rituals and old rituals. Some older folks swear by burning sage and sprinkling salt, while others light candles in a protective circle. He doesn't stop there. Online, he stumbles onto an spiritual cleansing tips, sound therapy, soothing music, even advice from paranormal pros who recommend energy work. He documents every method, watching any shift in the atmosphere. Sometimes he thinks the box feels less menacing, but then the dread creeps back in. Eventually, he decides to face the music box head on. His gut says that the secret lies in its past. Diving deeper, he learns it once belonged to a musician with a breathtaking and tragic story. That hits a nerve. He organizes a seance, inviting a medium to reach out to whatever spirit lingers. The medium picks up on sorrow and restlessness, and claiming that the box hides an unfinished story. During the seance, he winds the box and the melody shifts, just a little, but enough to make him wonder if it's trying to say something. Now he's more determined than ever to uncover what is buried in this antique. After buying this music box and bringing it to his home, the collector notices that he's paying a steep price. His choices start to hit close to home, changing his life and straining his connections. The music box melody worms its way into his mind, making sleep impossible. He drags himself to the doctor, who warns him about the effects of stress. On top of that, He starts shelling out cash for repairs after odd accidents around the house. Collecting antiques loses its charm, and dread settles in. Worst of all, he gives up on his peace of mind. The joy he once had is gone and is replaced with anxiety and isolation. His friends notice he's pulling back, skipping gatherings, acting distant, going away. They worry but don't really get it. At home, things get tense. Family members argue with him, frustrated by his obsession and fear. Nobody knows how to help. Conversations dry up, and loneliness creeps in. In the end, the music box cost him far more than he bargained for. After so many searches, our story comes to a head when the collector finally uncovers the truth about the music box. The fallout from his choices leaves a mark, not just on him, but on everyone close to him. Digging into the box past, he discovers that the haunting melody lured restless spirits. It's a beautiful tune, but it's always been a beacon for something darker. After a tense confrontation, he realizes he has to destroy the box to end the curse. Burning it feels like the only way out. He watches the ornate box go into flames. The anguish's sounds fade, and finally his comb feels lighter. Still, he can't quite shake the memories. Even with peace restored, echoes of the haunting events linger. He's left wondering if some things, no matter how beautiful, just aren't worth the cost. The collector's experience with the box turns into a cautionary tale. Friends and fellow collectors heard his story, and it serves as a warning about the allures of antiques with hidden pasts. He writes about his journey in a small book. In it, he shares the haunting details and what he took away from the whole ordeal. The book starts to catch on with antique lovers and people who enjoy the esoteric. Suddenly, he's not just a collector, he's a storyteller too. He urges others to think twice before picking up something just because it looks nice. Music Box is gone now, but its memory lingers, nudging others to be a little more cautious next time. I heard this story because I knew this collector, and I know that on his notebook that he left me after he passed away, it read, maybe this music box told my story, but I couldn't finish what others wanted me to do. I take this music box with me to the other life. And that's when I notice that he burned the music box, but he took the rest with him on his coffin. And this was today's episode, guys. I hope you liked it. And this was an original story of mine. Let me know if you would like to hear more original stories. Comment below and share your thoughts. It's always nice to hear from you guys. And I promise I have other episodes ready for you here weekly at the Storytelling Podcast. Thank you for listening. And please remember that if you'd like to send your stories or send special topics to be shared on the next episodes, you can send it to the Storytelling Podcast 8080 at gmail.com or follow me on social media at Alejandra Fonseca Official or at the Storytelling Podcast Official. Before you go, if you haven't done already, I would love you for you to click or follow or subscribe button if you're hearing this on YouTube or any other podcast platforms. And see you on the next episode.